Oh, Arsak in the purple here, he sent me this game. He keeps changing his nicknames. Now for this game, he was True Clown Legion Arsak dash Arabia bot. And yeah, he's up against Slenderman. Maybe he knows him since he says hola. In any real case, Arsak loves playing the monks. Okay, they played before. Well, Arsak loves Monk's play, and being Vikings, that's not going to stop Arsak playing Monk Siege Push, regardless, even if the Vikings don't get redemption or whatever. And now since he wrote Haola. Blue responds in Spanish at Arsak. I don't know if you speak Spanish or not, but at least I recognize Malian. So what's he going to do with the Vikings here? Vikings have had a significant infantry buff with a raiding bonus added to... Okay, it's not that huge of a buff, but a raiding bonus added to the chieftain's unique technology. So when you raid with infantry and kill villagers, you get the gold return, just like the Keshiks do for the Tatars as well. But infantry has gotten some new technologies, or a new technology since the recent patch, Gambesons, giving some extra pierce armor. So maybe we'll see some siege tower longswords here from Arsak. That would be fun. I mean, the Vikings' economy certainly wouldn't discourage that, as he seems to have some dealing issues here. But yeah, it turns out okay in the end. Now for the opponent, being Magyars here, also a weak monk civilization to say the least. But I suppose arguments could be made for Magyars having an easier time contesting the middle and the relics with scouts and spearmen, because you get instant forging and melee upgrades in general for the Magyars. So you're at an advantage there, but they're not famous for their arena capabilities. Look at this back base. Could hide some beautiful, efficient lumber camps on the side here, but as far as back moving space goes, it's just a weird little side arm to the map there. Already beginning the house foundations for a potential wall of here, just in case the Magyars will go for a tower rush or whatever, as some people like to do on Arena, and Arsak hates. And it's not an Arabia bot. Arsak would go naked FC full monks on Arabia as well, so that's just a fake. Misleading nickname, I should say. That's the word I was looking for. Two gold here. Yeah, probably a standard-ish fast castle from both here. It's too late now to go up for a tower rush, and I guess since it's arena, we'll speed it up a tiny bit here. Resource-wise, they all have their resources forward, except for Arsak with the back gold, so that favors his monk play yet again here. Interesting mining camp, but that's probably for farming space later, that he goes for the front side here for efficiency. Uptime's quite similar here, some idle time for Arsak, so he's lower population, but relatively similar uptime to the blue player here. They're both working in barracks, so they both might be thinking about the scouts as well. Here we go. Blacksmith stable for the both of them. pretty standard arena stuff here, queuing some scouts now to contest the middle and try to claim the relics in the early castle age. Could also be a means to stop castle drops, to have some scouts to move out and intercept the villagers, dropping a potential forward castle. No stone mining going on here though, so we're not going to see any castle drops anytime soon. 7 farms for blue, got horse color in, not the case for Arsak, only 3 farms, but he does get instant wheelbarrows, the Vikings, so he does have a more efficient farming income, even if it means he needs to reseed them more quickly. He's doing more villagers to gold here now. And got a couple of villagers forward as well. I wonder if blue scouted that or Arsak was able to hide them. Yeah, like I said, Arsak loves his monks. Wololo, and he is going to drop at least 1 forward monastery. He's a bit low on the wood. He's even adding a knight for whatever reason now. But I suppose that's a good addition until Slenderman can get the monks out, and I don't really see any monastery investment here from the blue player Arsak with the military advantage here. Also, that knight is going to catch blue by surprise. It means that the forging scouts are not nearly as efficient anymore. Arsak getting some decent trades here. Is also tasking the villagers to fight the scouts. But keeps both forward villagers alive, and blue must be wondering what the hell is going on there. Double monastery from the Vikings. Outrageous. And here we are, wallowing away for Arsak as blue drops a second altitude. That might be a bad idea against a push like this, because we're soon enough going to see a forward siege workshop here as well to push through the walls, and if blue does not commit to military, more notably light cavalry and maybe some war spearmen, then Arsak is going to gain some serious advantage in this game. Of course, he's going to fall behind in builder count now, as Slenderman has a healthy enough farming economy to sustain 2 town centers and some cavalry production. But you still need military to deal with the situation here. Targeting the monks rather than the villagers building here, as Arsak gets another conversion in on the spearmen, going to deal with these. Scout have no problem here. Siege workshop completes. And finally a monastery from the Magars player as well. Maybe you saw the knight, maybe not. Is that a misclick, Arsak? Is that 1 knight just for the fun of it? You wouldn't misclick at that stage in the game, I think. Wonder if that town center is able to be reached by the mangonel. I think you might be able to place a mangonel here and actually reach that town center. Arsak, however, has other plans. He just wants to break through as blue queues up more scout cab here, not light cab just yet. But pikeman upgrade is cheaper now, so Arsak could actually justify getting that now and use the market that he doesn't have. Never mind, no market for Arsak. But yeah, he could justify idling production a little bit to get to the pikeman upgrade here. That's going to be way more efficient against scouts than spearmen alone. Not an awful lot of monks either. Manages to get some relics now, 2 relics for Arsak. He's about to collect a 3rd one, so a passive gold trickle coming in there now. Scouts going to try to dive. Nope. They wait for even more numbers here. +2 attack, obviously in. Waiting for light cam upgrade here as well. I think that's a good call from blue to wait for that until engaging. Knowing that, well, probably knowing that there are only spearmen here to hold that away. Let's see if Arsak can get conversions in on these scout cab though. Oh, not the prettiest trades ever, is it? Both mangonels going down, light cab still alive. The knight will be doing some work now because blue doesn't have any monks close here to convert those. Oh, flexing the quick walls. Maybe it is an Arabia bot after all here, Arsak. Flexing the quick walls like that. He used to be an Arabia dude, then he converted to the dark side and became an arena clown instead. Not saying it's not entertaining though. And Blue returns the favor, using his monks to convert the 4 villagers of Arsak, which he could obviously reconvert again. You convert 1 monk, I convert 1 monk. Isn't that what those MBL clips said? 4 relics now for Arsak, so still getting that passive gold trickle. He could be looking at an earlier Imperial Age here, because Blue is dropping the 3rd town center and is not in a hurry to get to the next age here. So if Arsak gets a forward castle down on the stone over here, it's going to be hard for Blue to deny that, and Arsak will, with an earlier Imperial Age, have access to trebuchets as well. And whatever other units he might want to make, like the Berserkers perhaps, or some such with the Vikings. So he's able to afford the pikeman upgrade easily here, but he's idling the at home instead. He's got 2 TCs as well, actually. Yeah, he's slowly creeping towards the resource needed for the Imperial Age. Got both buildings here, Siege Workshop, Monastery. That's all you need. 2 buildings from the Castle Age and 1000 food, 800 gold, obviously. Blue has held decently, but Blue is also missing the 2nd building. Might actually click Imperial Age. Nope, no, it's not aiming for Imperial Age, so for a moment there it looked like Blue would be able to go Imperial Age as well and contest Arsak to it, but it's actually committing to Husbandry ahead of that instead. Still missing a 2nd building, barely mining stone here, so a defensive castle, that's a long way away still as well. Spearman numbers increasing for Arsak, Vikings economy coming into shine here. Why not pikeman though? It's cheaper these days. So that's confusing. But look at the stone mining, 200 more stone now, and the castle will be ready. Could even buy stone to speed that up if he has to, as he knows he's now got to market. How many villagers moving forward now? It's really taking any chances, are we? Okay, only 6 villagers. But I suppose if you quick wall them in, you'll be alright. Big mess of units here. Arsak with a military lead, Slenderman also going Imperial Age, but way far away from being able to afford a defensive castle. So this castle going up forward now for Arsak, that's bad news for Blue. We'll need to go to this stone to safely access stone, because this castle is going to complete. Arsak could just quick wall in these villagers, and the only way Blue stops it is placing 2 towers on the edge of the walls here ASAP, but now it's already too late. The castle is halfway there with the villagers. Pikeman is finally in as well. No upgrades on them, but Pikeman upgrade in itself gives more bonus damage against cavalry and all. So Arsak in a good spot now. Only got 3 monks here, but with Imperial Age kicking in, he is going to be able to queue at least 1 trebuchet here. He could sell food, buy wood, and get another trebuchet in the queue as well, or just wait for enough wood to pop in here. That's 1 trebuchet in the queue at the very least. Nightcap still diving after a mangonel here, but they're going to go on to the pikes now. 8 pikemen from the Vikings. Mind you, the Vikings have 20% more hit points on the military as well, so that's 66 HP pikemen for you. And now, classic arena clown move here, placing a house in front of the gate so that your opponent is forced to build a new gate or delete the existing gate or some walls to have units get out. Arsak is in control of the game now. He has full control over the middle. Did not collect the last relic. Maybe he didn't scout it. Nope, he's missing scouting on that one. Maybe assuming that Blue has the last one. But definitely in a good spot to push here. Look at Stenneman, not going to be able to get the castle up, not going to be able to make any counter trebs here. Desperately trying to scramble some cavalry here now. Cavalier coming in, but there are already a decent chunk of pikemen on the field for Arsak. And block printing is one that the monks get for the Vikings, so Arsak now officially has 12 range monks. Broken through the gates now, sending the light cab into raid. Could obstruct the gold income here for the knights to have to react to that. Block printing is in, so the knights can be converted at a further distance as well. Only 5 monks currently for Arsak, but is skewing more from the 1s3s. Getting one in on the enemy unit here. Getting 2 in fact. 3 trebuchets now pushing for Arsak. Not looking pretty for blue this, and another castle going down forward here. Disrespect castle, denying the one and only... No, there's a gold to the side there from blue actually, but that's also... It's not exactly safe, is it? Arsak doesn't see it though, so could buy blue some time to get some gold access in here. There's no denying this castle though, and maybe once that castle completes, blue is going to tap out and realize it's time to call it. I spoke to Zoom, the castle doesn't complete quite yet. Arsak is getting an increased amount of cavaliers though. By the looks of it, with bloodlines as well, so these are converted off the Magyar's player. Yeah, did find the gold to the side there. Arsak not going to contest that just yet, but he's going to be able to find an opening for the... Oh, it's actually not closed, so the cavalier can dive over there and deny the gold access as well. At this point, I'm not even sure why blue is still playing, because Arsak is in complete control over the map and the game now. These capped rams won't be doing too much to the 2 forward castles here. Cover fire from one of them, and the converted cavaliers from Arsak are dealing with the ram push at hand here as well. Some traps going down, but now more barracks from Arsak, going to add more pikes maybe. GG, however, is called as Arsak buys stone for another forward. Get out of my game castle. That would probably be going down somewhere like this or over here. But he doesn't need to. Blue, Slenderman, taps out, calls the GG. Let's have a look at the stats. Arsak nearly always ahead in military here, so I guess the Vikings economy sort of trumped the instant blacksmith attacks from the Magyars here. Or Arsak maybe just played the map control better. Economy situation extending from blue here, getting a better farm economy going, but the Vikings, as they reach the castle age, getting that instant hand cart as well. Able to keep up at a lower villager population overall. Uptime's dead similar actually. Even if Arsak went with one population less and some more idle time, maybe due to some deer luring that was a bit off. Quite similar uptimes here. Imperial Age not too far off either. Blue could have made it at the same time, but would have still needed stone for defensive castles and trebuchets to hold off against Arsak. So a little bit too passively played by blue here. So GG well played to Arsak.